Welcome to ENOG 10. My name is Serge Radovcic. I'm the Chief Communications Officer at the RIPE NCC. I think it's fantastic that we've made it this far. I think I just started at the NCC when ENOG was established, and they held their first meeting back in 2011. And it's great to see that the community has grown, that it's strengthened, that it's a little bit broader, and it's probably matured quite a bit since that time, to the point now that I think it can really be seen as a community, and a very successful community at that. So I think it's a big congratulations to all of you that are either here or that are part of the community throughout the ENOG region. We've got 240 people registered for this meeting, which is a great turnout. Many of you were interested in the tutorials that we held earlier this morning. I noticed that a couple of them were very busy, so that was great to see that we could provide some additional information for you guys in that respect. Again, we've got quite an international crowd here, both some Russians, people from other parts of the region, and further abroad from Europe and the States. So it's great to see such a mix of people in the meeting room. Could I just ask, as I always do, just to get an idea of who I'm talking to in the room, could I ask you to raise your hand if this is your first ENOG meeting? It's your first one, just way up high? Okay, so not that many of you. So welcome to your first ENOG meeting, to those 10 or so people here. It's great to see that we're still getting new people joining the community, but I guess what's interesting to see, and I'm assuming everyone that didn't raise their hand has been to an ENOG meeting before, it's great to see that you are coming back meeting after meeting. So it's fantastic, and I hope that those that have been coming to other meetings can make those newcomers feel welcome. This is the third time that the ENOG meeting has been in the Ukraine. We were here in Odessa a few years ago. I believe it was ENOG 3 in 2013. Then a year later, we were in Kiev for, I think, ENOG 6 in 2014, if I'm remembering this correctly. So this is our third time back, and it's great to be back in Odessa. I do really like this city, and I'm sure a lot of the international guests do as well. So as I said, I'm from the RIPE NCC. We're one of the hosts for this meeting. The other one is Hostmaster, who have been helping us out with the logistics. I'll talk a little bit more about them later. And these meetings also do cost a considerable amount of money to get together. The RIPE NCC does put in a large portion of that money, but we also need assistance from sponsors that both help us out financially and also logistically. So do have a look at the sponsors here. Some of them are helping out with the network connectivity, others with the translations and so on. So it's been fantastic to see such great local support from the local community that are interested in getting these meetings off the ground. So thank you again for those efforts. The RIPE NCC service region is very large. There's 76 countries in the service region over a very large geographical area. So we find it very important to try and reach out to all parts of our community, and the ENOG meetings do help us do that. So that's why we're very much supporting the ENOG meetings as they are. The RIPE NCC has come here with 10 staff, in fact a little bit more than 10 staff. Could I please ask the RIPE NCC staff members to stand up for me? Thank you. Just stay there. Oh. Do stay standing up so that people can have a good look at you. If there are any issues or questions or things you'd like to talk about with the RIPE NCC, these are the people that can help you answer your questions. If they can't answer your questions, I'm sure they'll send you in a right direction to be able to answer one of your questions. So thank you to the staff that are here. Axel, everyone could sit down except for Axel. We've also invited Axel Pawlik. Axel is the Managing Director of the RIPE NCC, so he's also come here, and he'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you've got. Thank you for coming, Axel. And we have another special guest, Nigel Titley. If I could ask Nigel to stand up. Thank you, Nigel. Nigel is the Chairman of the Board of the RIPE NCC, and I'm sure he'd be more than happy to answer any questions you got. So thank you for coming along, Nigel. Okay, so that's the RIPE NCC staff and people that are involved at this meeting. You've probably already noticed we've got a services desk. So if you've got some specific questions, we do have a couple of people located just outside this door. Anna and Marco are there to answer questions. We have 4 Russian speakers on our staff that are here at this meeting. Anna, Maxim, Anton, and Victor all speak Russian, and 2 of them even speak Ukrainian if you feel you'd rather talk Ukrainian. So do make use of that. We've got translators here as well, and many of you speak fantastic English, so if you see some of our staff or anyone having a bit of trouble communicating, please feel free to jump in and give them a hand, and I'm sure that'll help your social networking as well. Speaking of speaking, we do encourage all of you to get involved in this meeting. These meetings are here so we can share ideas, we can discuss ideas, we can debate what you're seeing presented. So if someone's up here presenting and you've got a question, please come to the microphone. Let us know who you are so we can get a better idea of where those questions are coming from, and do tell us your name, and we'd love to hear the questions and invoke a little bit of discussion. So you'll see there's 4 microphones spread around the room, so there's no excuse not to come forward and ask a question. So I talked about the fact that we have a local host. It's very difficult. The RIPE NCC is also the secretariat for ENOG, so we handle the logistics and getting hotels and venues all together. But it's very difficult. We're based in Amsterdam, and these regional meetings are taking place all over a very vast region. And this ENOG meeting is being hosted by Hostmaster. They've done a fantastic job in helping us out with local expertise and advice and venues and all the groundwork that we need to be done here. So it is really a lot of effort. So having said that, I hope that Oleg Lachenko is in the room. Oleg? Here's Oleg. Oleg, could I ask you to come up as the host? Again, as I said, you've done a fantastic job, so I'd like to let you say a few words to everyone to welcome here to Odessa. Thank you, Oleg.